Hi there, this is the Victats Podcast. It's a podcast about tatting, not the skin and ink kind of tatting, but the needle, shuttle, and thread kind of tatting. I also talk about cross stitch and crochet and knitting and other crafts I do. It is August 6th, so this is the Monday of the August long weekend, and I am podcasting to you from my home in Smiths Falls. Sorry about the wet hair, but I needed to shower because I was away at the cottage for the weekend, and I realized, and I keep forgetting to take soap. Like I have dish soap and all that stuff, but I don't have like shampoo and all that stuff. Anyway, so it's funny, okay, and then and nobody wants to go to the grocery store on a long weekend in cottage country. So anyways, okay. So the last time I talked to you, I said that I was going to do the Very Canadian Tat-along and the 4th of July Tat-along, which I did. And I'm just checking to see if I have the 4th of July, lots of Canada Day ones, but the 4th of July one here, but oh, there it is. Okay. It's so funny because with the 4th of July, it ended up being a strawberry, but not the strawberry. Originally, I had a strawberry pattern, then I changed it, and I was doing like a banner, which I'm still going to share, but I figured it was too long of a project. And so then I went back to a strawberry again. So here is for the tatting, and these patterns are on my blog. This is the Canada Day one. He's a little gnome. Okay, and you know, obviously if I hid the ends, it would look better. Okay, and then this is the 4th of July strawberry, which again makes me laugh because I go through this whole thing and then end up with the same kind of thing. The original pattern was different than this, very different, but this is based off I was going to do a banner pattern. But like I said, sometimes, you know, they're not meant to be big patterns. So I will hopefully share that at some point in the future. Earlier in the month, I would have told you that I was going to do it within the week, but hey, that would have been a lie. That's just not how the way the month has gone. But, and it's super cute. It also somewhat looks like a grenade. And also, I don't know if it's this one or another version where I kind of did these chains a little bit different, where I thought it looked somewhat like a turnip. Anyways, okay, sorry. So that's what I was up to with tatting. Other than that, other than putting around a bit and screwing around, not a lot of tatting done. Actually, not a lot of cross stitch done this month either, but I'll show you what I have done. And what else? I started working on an Eiffel Tower, but I don't know if that's ever gonna get finished. And although hopefully it will. And what was the other thing? Oh. Eiffel Tower. Okay. And then I bought these on Amazon. They're little mini jewelry boxes, and because I'd been inspired by all of the ones that people were buying in for cross stitch. They were the one that was the next size up. They were binding them up and blinging them up. So this has like a ring holder thing here, but I took that out, and I'm going to put some, I don't know. Okay, so I say I'm going to. We don't know if that's actually going to happen, but I'm going to put some stuff in there because it's just the right size for a couple shuttles and your crochet hooks and some tatting thread, and it would keep it from, you know, tangling as much. So that was at the beginning of the month, more or less. The other thing I've been doing is I usually send kits down for Palmetto Tat Days. Last year I missed because it was earlier in the month, and it was just stupid of me. Earlier in the month than I realized. And then the other thing, and so I didn't get it down there. So I have it pretty much, I just have to bag it up now and print off a copy of the pattern. And I want to get that done and sent down there this week. It's a little bottle cap pin cushion. So I've been making my sister collect bottle caps for like a couple of years. So I have a whole pile of them. Anyways, okay. And if you haven't seen a bottle cap pincushion, you just can look it up on YouTube and they show you how to do it. But I also did like a little tatting thing around it, which I don't have on me, but I will show it to you in the next one. Okay, so the other thing that I finished earlier this month that I don't think you saw was the, well, I think it was actually closer to, not the beginning of July, I don't think, but somewhere within the first couple weeks of July, I finished this one, and it's by Brenda Gervais on size 11 Ada. And I actually really enjoyed stitching this on the size 11 Ada, and I like how it feels big and all that stuff. So I think I'm down to do some, and I used, sorry, the DMC Pro Cotton that comes in the balls, because I have a whole bunch of them, because my sister, when she sees them, always picks them up for me. So, I'm really kind of liking this. So I kind of wonder if I won't, okay, so I think what I'm going to do with this one is make a long pillow out of it. And I have, so, all right, sometimes, you know, when you're yard selling and all that stuff, or you're kind of junk, I think in the States they call it junking. You don't pick things up because you're kind of, you know, you're not sure if that's the right thing to do. But there's a place in town called, in Camelford, where my cottage is and where I grew up, that's done by the Baptist Church, and it's called the Busy Bee Yard Sale, and they do it on Thursdays and Fridays, which means I only get to go on long weekends. But they had a whole bunch of these. So these are sample swatches of material, and I thought, I wasn't sure what I was going to do with it, so I only bought like the swatch I really liked, but I wish I'd bought more swatches because it's soft. Anyways, I was kind of thinking of doing, well, I can do this one, of doing one of the colors as the back. So I washed this material, even though I don't know if it's just supposed to, but it was in the Baptist Church yard sale. So they have a shed that they do it out of. Like it's a shed, but it's well kept up, but it's a shed, like a 2-story shed. So anyways, so this is what I was kind of thinking, or this. And even though there's no red or anything in it, I just wanted it to kind of have that, I don't know, I thought the red was kind of Halloween-y. Could be totally wrong. Could be totally wrong. So I was kind of thinking of that, but if not this, then something like this, like something velvety or something. Hey, Spud Bud, you can go outside if you want. But I really loved how this turned out. And this is a pattern, it's in Jack-o'-lantern Jubilee by Brenda Gervais. So I've actually stitched now a couple different things from there, and they've turned out really good. And all of them were in the, yeah, all of them were in the big stitch, using the size, like a bigger stitch count. And then when I'm finishing, here, I'm pretty sure I looked all over for this earlier. But I brought out like in August, and that's when I feel like I should start bringing out my fall decorations. So I brought them out and I found this. And I looked all over the place for this earlier this month, or earlier when the Kojiko guy was here. And couldn't find it. But oh, now here it is. And this is a pattern by Pinker and Pumpkin Quilting, and I had done this last fall. So, and I really like it. So I'm going to make it into a pillow. Shocker, a pillow. And as well at some point. Probably the next little while, because I've got to do some finishing, because I signed up for an exchange. Canada's called a Canada swap. And so it's within Canada, and you do a Canadian designer. And I chose to do Darlene Dion Designs, a design by her. And I don't think I really realized it was as big as it was. So this is on, I think, 16 count Ada coffee tea dyed. And I'm finished as much as I'm going to do on this. Like in her thing, she has like a border, like a little border thing at the bottom. But it's only supposed to be 6 by 6, so I think I'm getting close to this max size like the design should be. And so, but I don't know. I was gonna do it as a drum, but I don't think it's gonna show up as well as a drum, you know. And then I really wished I'd done these letters in a different color. She called for a brown. I didn't do the colors she called for per se. I just picked at a pile of random stuff I had. But I wish I'd done a different color. I just do. Now, if I do it as a drum, then I'm worried you just won't get to see the design properly. You know what I mean? You know, it was cute when I thought it was cute to do it when there's only a house, but there's a lot of, I don't know. I just don't think it's good for that. So I think I'm going to just do it as a pillow finish. And I might put some contrast or something around this yellow because I don't know. I haven't ironed this. I think my stitches will look better when I have ironed it. But this is a pattern by Darlene Dion Design. And I really like her designs. They're fun to stitch. So that is done. And so it's ready to be finished. So that's why I'm saying I'll do some stuff. And then funny thing is, over the July long weekend, like the 4th of July, you know, 1st of July long weekend, 4th of July, whatever, I went to Knowledge in Needles. Oops. Uh-oh. I also bought some what's this one? A Verda Soie to try it out because you can get it at Wool Time now. I think I have to go on a purchasing ban. Oops. Sorry, because you know, there's only so much stuff you really want to handle in your life. Anyways, so Nisi, that's enough, boo-boo. Reasonably priced, actually. I wasn't sure how expensive it was going to be, but I thought it was reasonably priced. Now, when I went to Knowledge in Needles, I can't even remember all I bought there, but I think I was just going there to go. But I ended up getting this pattern, All Hollow. Oh, I was going to see if they had what's it, a multiplication sampler from. Anyways, I was kind of looking for a couple things. I ended up buying a multiplication sampler by it's upstairs right now. I can't think of what it's called. By Carriage House, I think. Carriage House sampler. Hey, Nisi, that's enough. And so, and then I also bought this, but I totally fell in love with this material, this hand-dyed linen, which I don't do a lot of linen stitching. I'm not a big fan of linen, but I just love the coloring of this with that purpley kind of coloring. I don't know if you can totally see it, but that modeling or whatever, and not purple, reddish pink, I don't know. And I thought it was absolutely gorgeous, so I totally fell in love with that. And bought that as well, and bought oh my god, I left it upstairs to bring down. I also purchased the Blackbird, one of the Christmas ones, not the one with the cardinal on the back. It's the one this is the other one. This is the one that the Hollies are doing a pattern from right now. Anyways, so I ended up buying this pattern, and then I wasn't sure what I was going to put it on, but I ended up putting it on this Inca, and the Inca is by Fox and Rabbit, and honestly, it's gorgeous. I know I keep saying this, but it's really gorgeous. The other thing I purchased, this one, the All Hallows Eve, which she's a Canadian, is by Blueberry Ridge Design. She is a Canadian designer, and I really like it. They didn't have her stuff at Wool Time, but they do have it now. So if you're in Ottawa, Wool Time has her stuff, some of her stuff, and they do have. She does have this pattern because I was just there the other day. They do have it, but the other one that I purchased was JB Designs Christmas Welcome. And this thing is bigger than it looks. It's 182 by 170. Oh my God. And then This one's not too bad. It's just really long. It's 231. It's 267 wide by 31 high. So, I got these because I really kind of like them. Kind of fell in love with them. And there's other ones by JBW that I think would be really cute because I think I'd like to do the pumpkin one too. Anyways, I thought that even if I didn't do this one, the whole thing, that I would be able to pick out a lot of pumpkins and that kind of stuff from it because I really like the different parts of it. But to be honest, I've started it, so I guess I'm doing the whole thing. And I did purchase some of the fancy flosses for this. However, it's funny because it never seems that that Well Time has certain colors in, like piney green and piney woods or whatever. So of the fancy floss. So you know, I'm just making do with whatever. So some of them I use, some of them I don't. The other thing is, I think I showed this to you before, but just in case I didn't, I also been doing Witch Hazel by La Di Da, and I think I'm gonna do the pumpkin, but I don't think I'm gonna do this part because I don't think I cut the material big enough for that because I think I thought at the time I didn't like that. I might be changing my mind, but we'll see. We'll see when the pumpkin's done. But there's where she is right now, my Witch Hazel, and I just think she's adorable. And these are just colors that look like the colors in the picture, because that's just easier to do sometimes than try to get all the pictures, or sorry, all the colors. And then you need DMC to kind of connect. This stuff gets connected all in with DMC gold thread, which I have from Tatting, right? Yeah, super cute. So we'll see at the end if I use if I do that bottom starred part. So you can't really think down along there. I don't know, to me this is, I just see this part. So I don't know. We'll see. I think that this is a pattern. This was not a cheap pattern. It was like, I think this stupid thing was like $16, but, and I've been putting off doing it for a while, like we're buying it, but I just love it so much. So, and then, sorry, I forgot to show you my start with the All Hallows Eve pattern. There's the, I think it's meant to be a pumpkin or a gourd of some kind, but it kind of looks like a pear to me right now. But there that is. And you can't really see it as well there as you can in real life, but it is super cool. And I love this fabric. So I loved it so much that, because this is the long weekend again and I can get down there because Knowledge and Needles is in Brighton and they're not open on Sundays. So I can't get there during their normal hours. I went, but I had ordered a pattern, and she's so good. She's like, I have COVID, so I'm not open, but if you want to pick something up, and I said who I was, she's like, oh yeah, it has come in, because I asked her the last time I was there to pick me up, to order me this blue flower pattern that I love, because I absolutely adore the blue flower. So, and she had it, yay! So I got this. And then I have to really honestly tell you, I actually love that stupid Inca so much. Like stupid Inca, that I bought. That's right, I'm done buying for a while because now I'm done. This is enough. I bought the original color that I fell in love with was actually, I know it's funny because from one size to the other, it dyes a little bit differently too, but was the 28 count, but the 28 count didn't match kind of the sizing for the chart I was going to do it with. But I can't, you know, but I went home and I realized that the Blackbird designs that I bought in the book would look awesome on it. So I'm going to do that. And then I bought another 32 count linen, just because I actually really do love this. So, the Inca is my favorite right now. Now, that being said, I'm still mostly an Ada stitcher. The multiplication, it's a multiplication sampler that I purchased by Carriage House Samplings. I'm pretty sure it's Carriage House Samplings. I'm gonna put on there was this Lugana one that was kind of gray brown, which I can't remember what the name is right now, but that's what I'm gonna put it on. And I've started getting the I've started getting the flosses together for that. I was thinking, okay, so this whole multiplication thing was started by a new release by Hands Across the Sea, which is a multiplication sampler that she did. But you know, it's got this one, I'm never interested in returning anything. So she had this thing like about like with the, it's very British, like, so it says Duke, Duchess, Queen, blah, blah, blah. And it had all the titles in order and everything with crowns. And I don't care about that part. So when I saw this other multiplication table, I decided table sampler, I thought that that would be the one that I do. So that's good. Okay, all right. I had not worked on my cow, but what I did work on, and it's upstairs, so you'll have to see it next time, is I did work on my, the Christmas one I have, that is it's a Christmas wreath from one of the Across Stitch Christmas books, and by Vinnie Tan, I think. I did work on that a bit, but not new stuff. I just was filling in the old stuff. And I really do like that pattern, and I'm probably gonna do it again. Inca. Anyways, I'm just really in love with the Inca. I am thinking of doing this one on the Inca, but the other thing I was thinking of doing is doing it on the size 11. And then making it into a big blanket. It's not quite big enough for a blanket. I think I figured that in size 11, it's not that big, but I just wondered if it would be super cute. In which case, because it's kind of yellowy in the picture, the background, because the model was done on light mocha linen. So it's kind of that yellowy kind of mocha-y color, but I think it would also look phenomenal on one of these. So I don't know. So I might try a desperate letter to Foster Rabbit, see if they'll die on size 11 for some random person in Canada. Anyways, I love this one because it's got all the farm stuff, not farm stuff, you know, camping stuff and outdoorsy stuff. And that's really what I love about the blue flower, is that outdoorsy botanical kind of approach, because that's my thing. Okay, what else? Okay, well, this one's done. Okay. I have other blue flower ones, but oh, sorry. I was gonna do something on here. This is just one that I dyed myself, but the time for that is past. So I should put this away, is what I should do. But anyways, okay. I did work a little bit on this one, and it was the newer parts that I added is this stuff up in here. You know, good thing this is meant to be looked at far away, because I think it looks like Cambridge, that part, but those stitches did not go as well as I think they should have. And I don't know, maybe I should have, I think I tried to do this over 2 when I should have done it over, or sorry, I think I did 2 threads when I should have only done 1 thread or something. I don't know. And now, because I don't remember, it's gonna be, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. So that's, oh yeah, and I did some of the hair. So the hair down here on her. like, oh, this is only take. This is what I lie to myself all the time. I'm like, oh, I'll have this done. In all honesty, this last week or two, there's been a lot of stuff going on at work and all that stuff, and we did a raspberry social, which was all day and very kind of extra stuff going on that I didn't feel like cross-stitching a lot when I got home, or tatting or anything, which is weird for me, but still. Okay, let me see what else is here. Okay, I have not, what was I going to say? Oh. I have not something. This is where I've ended up with the with my Nora Corbett pattern. Okay, the other thing I've been doing a lot is trying to clear up the mess that is in the backyard, which is a horrific mess. Not horrific, I'm exaggerating. It's just, there's this thing called snow on the mountain that, or bishop's weed, depending on who you talk to, that has completely taken over my yard again. So I've been pushing back trying to get that out again. So during the month of June, I got all of this stuff done in here, and I had kind of hoped I would get both sides done in that, but that's delusional. Anyways, and I found that these things, these little clippy things, were really handy when it came to kind of holding the material a certain way so you could see certain things, and holding it flat. So these little hair things for a stitch in hand. So I found that they totally worked. Totally delusional thinking I'd get this done. Those Nora Corbett's have more to them than you think. Okay. Okay. Stitching with Sandy is going to do another exchange. She's going to do it as a turkey theme, so I think I'm going to sign up for that. And in the tatting thing, I am going to attempt to do an Eiffel Tower, which could be delusional and could be out in 5 years. But what I would like, oh yes, olive drip, sorry, my dog's giving me the I'm a poor baby, can't get up myself, look. Okay, you guys gotta see this. I'm gonna move the camera, okay? Okay, so I was at the Busy Bee Baptist Church. This is my $10 couch I got. Isn't it cute? It's like a little, now obviously I need to clean it a bit. Sorry about the dizzy. I should have worn just a dizzy thing. It's in really good shape, except the person that had it obviously had cats. And so what I'm gonna do is I have material from where my one chair was refinished, and if it's enough, which it may or may not be, then I'm gonna have it refinished at the same place, and see if I can get it like a matching set. But it is super comfortable and it's super cute. And I've never seen like a little small couch like that. Now I love the material that it is, so if I can just might just clean it up a little bit first. Oops. But yeah, how cool is that? $10. So I was like, oh, how much is it? And the guy's like, $10. That's the thing with the Busy Bee Baptist Church. Everything's free and they're all volunteers. So they just want to make some money. And it was a half price day. Like you buy one, you get the second thing half price. So they weren't charging us very much. So it always ends up happening. And say with the $10 thing, I was just like, cause we were on our way out, I'm like, just shove it in the car. We're good. And, but say like the other stuff I got, cause I got a bunch of, old patterns, like Stony Creek patterns and that stuff, pattern books. Oh yeah. The other thing I did is I went and I bought a collection that someone was getting rid of because they were moving and they're not cross stitching anymore. And I ended up with there's some material in there that was at the cross stitch cupboard, which hasn't been open for about 10, 15 years. So anyways, I got a whole big, that's why I'm like, I've got to stop buying stuff because this month I've gotten a lot of stash. And I don't know if I'm going to stitch because it's older stuff, but I just really like Stony Creek as a designer. Anyways, okay. All this to say, when I bought, there's a whole pile of stuff that I came up that just piled, like books and that stuff that I bought from the Baptist church. And she said it was like, I don't know, 5, she only wanted 5. And I'm like, I gave her 10. Do you know what I mean? Because the thing is that it's next to nothing that they're charging for some of this stuff. So, and so sometimes if I think if they're giving us a really good deal, then I give them extra money, just whatever. If I go in there and I'm prepared to, I think it's going to be more that they should have charged me more, than I just give them more. Sometimes they charge a lot for something. You're like, really? You're going to charge that much? But sometimes it's just it's kind of the fun of it. So that's in Camelford, the Busy Bee Baptist Church on Thursdays and Fridays of the summer. Really, really great organization that the Baptist Church there does. Is there anything else going on? I don't think so, or I'm not thinking of it right now. After I finish this, I'm gonna be like, whoosh, I wish I told them this. But what are you gonna do? All right, so I'm going to sign. Oh, yeah, I'm going to sign off and wish everybody happy tatting, and I hope that they have a good couple weeks. Because it was such a busy month, it went really fast. I'm going to attempt to be way more, consistent. Okay. Alrighty. Thank you for watching. Have a good day. And we'll see you next time. Okay. Cheers.